What's good, Joe? What's good, Joe? Welcome to my review for Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1. I absolutely adored this film, man. Like, this movie was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I loved every second of it, man. And it was now actually funny story about this one. I have actually read the original. I actually read the original comic, the Batman Long Halloween comic, years ago. I'm pretty sure it was bad. It was back when I was in high school when I read that comic. Now I remember fuck all from the comic. So me watching this film, I might as well have been watching or seeing the Long Halloween storyline for the first time because I literally remember jack shit from the original comic. But yeah, man, I absolutely love this film. I thought the mystery of who the Holiday Killer is, which is obviously the overarching story of this, and which will continue into part 2, was amazing. I love the intrigue, trying to figure out who he is, trying to figure out the clues and everything. That was great, and of course the cast and everything was fantastic. So, without further ado, man, let's just jump right in. So. The movie is directed by Chris Palmer and stars Naya Rivera, Josh Duhamel, Jason Ackles, and Jack Quaid, I don't even say his last name, and many more. And the plot of Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1. During the holidays, a brutal series of murders strike the fear into city of Gotham, and Batman sets to figure out who is the Holiday Killer. So, obviously, the whole plot with this one, or the whole overarching story with this one, is that someone gets killed who is related to the Carmine family on a holiday. That's the whole reason why it's called The Long Halloween, the Holiday Killer. He kills on holidays. So, obviously, the overarching is trying to figure out who the mystery is, of who the Holiday Killer is, and that's the whole mystery going to this part, in which we'll get the payoff and the reveal in the second part. Which I thought overall that they handled that mystery and trying to figure out who it is, try to figure out all that was amazing. But I gotta tell the cast. But first off, Jensen Ackles, which you guys may remember voiced Jason Todd in Batman Under the Red Hood, which is so cool to see that dude first. That originally voiced Jason in Under the Red Hood is now voicing the Cape Crusader himself in Batman: Love Halloween. I thought that was really cool when I saw that he was in the cast and that he also voiced Jason. I thought, man, that is fucking cool. That the voice of Robin is now voicing Batman. I thought that was the coolest shit ever. And his performance was fantastic as Batman. Although, if you were to put a gun to my head and tell me which of his performances were better between this and Under the Red Hood, now granted we still got a second part, so this shit could change. Of course, I might say my answer might change when the second part comes up. But so far, I would probably say I think his performance as Jason Todd was a little bit better than his performance as Batman. But either way, man, both performances are absolutely fantastic. Naya Rivera was fantastic as Catwoman. She is probably one of my favorite, at least in terms of voice acting performances and portrayals we've seen of Selina, that I've seen of Selina. I thought she did a really good job portraying her, and she was probably one of the highlights of the film. But without a doubt, the MVP of this film goes to my man, Joel himself, Troy Baker as Joker. This man is fucking amazing, Joker. Now, we all knew how great he was as Joker back when he first voiced him in Batman: Arkham Origins. That's when I'm pretty sure that was the first time he ever voiced Joker. And I'm sure, you, like me and everyone else, was shocked at how well he was able to basically imitate Mark Hamill in that game. Once again, he does a fantastic job here, and you would tell that man is having the time of his fucking life voicing the Joker. Once again, now, sure, it was shocking to see in Arkham Origins, which I actually did play Arkham Origins, but I never really beat it. But just watching him more in this film, I was just in complete shock. Just like, man, he really sounds like Mark Hamill. Like, he got the thing down to a T. Like, if you were to tell me, Glenn, in this film, the Joker is voiced by Mark Hamill, I would fucking believe you. He's that fucking good, man. And Troy Baker is just a fantastic voice actor in general, man. I fucking love him, man. He's absolutely fantastic. So he was not the highlight film. And Joker was definitely what absolutely stole the show once he gets introduced in the latter half of the film. He is amazing. He's just so entertaining. The man's facial expressions, I'd wager half the budget went into the Joker's expressions because of how expressive he is and how his face contorts and shit, which is his smiles and shit. Absolutely fucking amazing, man. That was, without a doubt, he was the MVP of that film, and he definitely stole the show as soon as he got introduced. Of course, Alfred is great in the film. I love that we got more of Alfred's sarcasm, which we've seen a couple of times in some of the other DC films, like around the start of the film, we see him, or Bruce is saying, like, oh, Halloween is like a ridiculous holiday. And Alfred's like, oh, yes, it is. People dressing up in costumes strike fear into people. Completely ridiculous. Obviously poking fun at the fact Bruce dresses up like a bat and, to strike the fear into Gotham's criminals. Fucking hilarious, man. Alfred can get really savage when he wants to be, man. It's absolutely fucking amazing. I always love watching it, man. The same happened. We saw that in like Son of Batman, probably a couple other animated Batman, DC anime films we've seen. Alfred, we really get to see sarcasm shy, but I always love seeing Alfred's sarcasm. It's so funny. I really liked how I really liked the opening credits because in the credits they actually did something that was really cool where they have like this brush going up and up that later we see fell into the shape of a bat. But on one side you have the credits like the cast and everything, and on the other side you have actual panels from the Long Halloween comic book that done like a motion comic style, which I thought looked really fucking cool. And I thought that was actually kind of a clever and brilliant way to bring the original comic into the animated film, animated adaptation. So I thought that was really cool, and that was a pleasant surprise to see that they actually put like panels from the original comic into the film. I thought that was really, really cool. I'm curious if they'll continue that in part 2 when that drops, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Of course, when we see the various holidays, that's cool. And I already mentioned how the mystery of it was done really well. The pacing was fantastic across the board. The animation was great as well. Another thing I love about this film, I love the change in art style and how the art style itself. It looked absolutely beautiful, man. Now because we've gotten a similar art style for most, if not all, of the DC animated films in recent memory, pretty much since the DC AU or whatever you want to call it got introduced from Flashpoint Park. We've basically gotten the same art style for most, if not all, the film, maybe with a couple variations, a couple other ones that come out we might get slightly different, but they usually keep this one style. So seeing them switch to such a different art style was a nice change of pace. I thought it looked absolutely amazing. So shouts to that. I love that they actually changed up Catwoman's outfit in this film from that like. Honestly, I'm gonna say it, ugly purple outfit she was rocking in the original comic to a more subtle, subdued, like black costume. Remind that was definitely a lot similar to her costume from the animated series, and I thought it looked a lot better because in the original comic, her costume was like this big, like purple outfit. She had these gloves, these like long gloves on. Her ears were huge. She had these long boots. I'm pretty sure she was also rocking like bracelets, and I think this was also an unlockable costume in Arkham Origins, in Arkham City, if I remember correctly, was her long Halloween costume. But I don't know about y'all, but I personally thought it looked kind of fucking ugly. So I like to change an outfit that he gave her in the actual anime film, keeping it to more of a subdued, like grayish black color. Batman looks badass as ever, and I already mentioned how great Jensen's performance was. He was fantastic in the film, and yeah, man, that's really all I gotta say for positive. Now, really the only negative I would say I have with the film was really, this is probably more of a nitpick than anything. I thought the animation looked a little stilted in certain places where it didn't look like it was completely all there. Now that could have just been me because right before I watched this, I watched the latest episode of Hero Waka, which had some damn good animation in its own right. That one, so maybe I was getting oh, this isn't Studio Bones quality shit animation, I don't know if any of y'all felt the same way, but I thought the animation looked a little stilted in some places, but other places in the fight scenes and everything looked absolutely spot on, man. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, man. I'm of course excited for the second part whenever that comes out. I believe it's going to be coming out in July. And the interesting part about that one is going to be getting an R rating, which makes me very curious because I don't remember, even though I read the original comic, I don't remember shit. I do not remember being all that bloody or being all that graphic. So I don't know how it's going to be getting an R rating. Maybe it's from swearing. Maybe it's from blood. I guess we'll have to find out when the second part of it actually comes out. Another thing I actually really dug, I love how Harvey Dent was handled in the film, showing up more of a personal side of him, trying to figure out his marriage because his wife is just struggling. She's definitely got some issues going on with her, trying to from the stressor that she's just just crumbling underneath the pressure she's under from all the stress going on with Harvey, the car, my family, the holiday killer, all that shit. And I thought the overall relationship between him and his wife was fantastic, which we never really see much of a personal look at Harvey Dent most of the times, at least from what I've seen of the character from comics or from video games, anime series, movies, and all that shit. So that was a nice change of pace as well, to see more of a personal side to Harvey Dent's character, which of course I'm looking forward to seeing when he eventually kills Two-Face in the second part because he's on the fucking cover. So that should be pretty cool because I loved Harvey Dent in this film. I thought the portrayal of him was really, really fucking good. But yeah, man. Like I said, before we got much more to say. Of course, leave your thoughts down in the comments, guys. Whether you liked the film, hated it, all of that good shit. Are you excited for the second part of the film? Have you read the original comic? What did you think of the overall adaptation work? If you have, leave it all down in the comments, guys. So yeah, overall, I'm of course gonna give this film a 10 out of fucking 10. Like I said before, I am super hyped for the second part when it comes out, I believe in July. And yeah, man, I'm excited. I don't know if this is going to be as great as like Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, because that was the other time we got a two-parter. I doubt it, but hey, this should be another fantastic two-parter in its own right when the second part comes out. And now, like I said before, I am super excited for it, man. So that should be hype. Looks like we're gonna have a lot more villains in it from the sneak peek at like special features on the Blu-ray. I'm excited to see what else we got in store for the second, what they have in store for us for the second part. But yeah, we'll find out when the second part drops, whenever that comes out. Like I said before, I believe it's coming out in July. But yeah, man. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like, if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like it. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time. She's